Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you, getting into my weekly check-in for the month of October, the first week. Now, things are a little bit crazy. You're going to see transactions that are for the second week as well as the first week because I had vacation in the middle of this all. So we are going to break it down and I'm just going to show you the first week of what I've decided that comes out of the budget of the actual cash that we actually have in our checking account and track our spending that way. I will be doing a separate vacation budget video to show you what we spent on vacation because we left on the 7th, came back on the 11th and had a good week out in Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And yeah, it was a great trip and we really enjoyed it. We went last year and loved it and decided to go back again this year. So it's a great destination place. So yeah, we're going to actually weekly check in from here, which is September 29th. There was a few transactions at the end of last month that I just scooted into October. And then all the transactions to what I counted was the first week to the 10th. Now, as you can see, there's vacation spend written on here. So that is tracked separately because that was exclusively for the vacation. And I'm paying for that out, not with the budget of the income that came in for the month of October, paying that separate with savings and so on. So that is totally separate from everything else. Not a problem there. And so what I am taking out of the budget is anything that we spent that was something normal. If I had not gone on vacation, what we would have spent. So that's where we're at. Anything happening after the 12th or the 11th, which is 12th and 13th, and forward, today's the 14th, finally getting to film. Came home on Friday. It's been a busy weekend just trying to get things settled. And this week is busy as well because my father-in-law is coming in town. I'm going to pick him up and he's going to stay the weekend with us because my husband's birthday is on Wednesday. So we have my birthday and my husband's birthday, 5th and 16th on the same month. It gets to be pretty busy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here and I love sharing my budget with you guys. I did want to mention I am wanting to grow this channel. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you on here. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And, or, you know, if it takes a little longer, that's fine. But I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I do plan, I haven't decided on what, but I do plan a giveaway once I got to 1,000 subscribers and I'm fully monetized. That would be amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. And I would love to have you here for that. So if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell and like and comment and all the things, all the free stuff that you can do to help support my channel. That would be amazing and grow this so others can actually be a part of the community and we can all just take care of one another and talk about budgeting and the ups and downs of life and yeah, follow each other's journey. So I hope you enjoy the content and let's get back to the weekly check-in. These are the transactions that happen. And I do the weekly check-in over here. And this is how I decided to break down what week was what in my spending. So the first week was the first 10 days, plus I added 2 days from September. And then week 2 will be the 11th through the 17th. Week 3 is the 18th through the 24th. And week 4 is going to be the 25th through the 31st at the end of the month on Halloween. So a lot going on here. So I divided our categories by 4. This is what it would cost for 4 adults per week, $712.50. Not how much it would cost, but how much I've put aside for that. And if we use it all, great. If we don't, that's fine as well. So we start with $1,600, and I'm going to subtract down as we go through the month and make sure we stay on track by doing the weekly check-in. Oh, that was a mouthful. So let's go ahead and get started with the transactions. I have my little sheet of paper here. I list them all. We're going to total them up and find out how much I need to pay the credit card back because all spending in our household goes onto a credit card and then I pay it once a week. Now I've actually already made this payment so I wouldn't get behind. I don't show me making the payment, but I do tell you how much it is. And when I'm tracking the spending, I'm also tracking a few bills that actually go on the credit card as well. So this is my spending calendar that I use stickers to create, but the calendar that came with it is this one, and I put our bills on this one. Anything highlighted in blue is what got charged to the credit card as a bill. Online things basically is what that is, and this is how I track all that spending here. So first we're just going to do the spending categories. So grocery household, that's what GH stands for here. Anything grocery or household related, everything from food, perishables, non-perishables, toiletries, bathroom, cleaning supplies, etc., etc. If you buy it in a grocery store, just the basic grocery store, that goes there. I don't like dividing my receipt up. I don't want to be too nitpicky on that, so I do one category and it works fine for us, but I also budget high for that category to cover everything we want. So we are going to go through these transactions. So I went to the grocery store. I don't remember everything I got. It's been a week. We're just doing the numbers. Picked up a few things, and that you're going to see 2 transactions on the same day. I don't think they were the same day. I just didn't have extra boxes to put like the 28th and stuff. So I went a couple of times just to pick up some things, 37, 67, and then a lot of times my family will just forget to tell me something and I have to go back again. Like today, I got to go back again. I was hoping today would be a no-spend day, but it's not. There's a couple of things I need for dinner, and I forgot them the other day. So $54.84 is another run-in at the store. Now you see this gray one. This is not typically a thing here, and I really shouldn't have put it in here, but I was trying to track and keep things straight between the vacation and everything. My husband bought me a very cute, see if I have a little picture, and he knows I love plushies or stuffed animal kind of things. I don't have a lot. I mostly have Stitch, Angel, and I have 2 Stitches. One's a Christmas one, one's Stitch and Angel from Valentine's Day. And what else do I have? Oh, I have Grogu, which is the baby Yoda from The Mandalorian. So, and that one makes noises and all the things, and it's my little favorite thing. I love those stupid things, but they're all from Build-A-Bear, and so he knows I like Build-A-Bear, so he bought me a Build-A-Bear, and I've been really into following a lady on Facebook. Her name is Katie Van Slyke. I think that's how you say her name, and she has these miniature Highland cows, and we're surrounded by cattle farm, and this is what he got me. I don't know how well you're seeing that, but yeah, that's not coming through very well. But anyways, this little cow here, that's what he got me. And it's got the tough, fluffy hair on the top and the little horns and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, he is too cute. So he got that for me, and that's why I have that there. And it came out of Sinking Funds gifts, so I was just trying to remember to pay it out of Sinking Funds. That's why I put it there. But I normally don't, so normally you don't get to see those. But it's been busy nonstop since the end of September. So I did do a big grocery pickup for $225.34 to get us through the week, and then have snacks and food for the hotel. I wanted to make sure my sons had things that they wanted to eat, and then we wanted some breakfast stuff in the hotel room just in case we didn't get up in time to go to breakfast, which we were able to, but we just snacked and ate a lot the whole week. It was pretty awesome, actually, and we had a good time. The next grocery I have is this $38.95, just a couple items that I needed from the grocery store. And then the last one, oh no, I didn't buy snacks here. I bought snacks here. So that's $111.72. I think this was just meat. I had to buy more meats than normal to have dinners at home. Though I did go out more than I probably should have. So anyways, I did have all that. A lot of times if I don't use the meats right away fresh, I will go ahead and freeze them and then use them later. So that always works out. So, but I did buy a lot of snacks, and it wasn't just me and my 2 adult sons, but it was also my parents there with us, and we all had a great time together. So that was really, really cool. Let's see. Let's total up these numbers and figure out how much we spent grocery household. Okay, so we have $468.50. And that is what we have for grocery household. So now we're moving on to eating out. And that I'm going to start with Chick-fil-A. And I went and got a big breakfast at Chick-fil-A. And I had to run errands that day. And I was going to the grocery store to do a big grocery run. So some of these, I think the reason this is so high is I had some really good coupons. It was shelf staple or bathroom toiletries and like mouthwash and deodorants and stuff like that, where you can buy doubles, and it really lowered the price well, and I won't have to buy it for a while. Some coupons that were really good, so I went ahead and bought those, and I try to leave enough room in the budget to do that, and that is why that's so high. So I got Chick-fil-A, and then I went to the grocery store and did a big grocery pickup. I shopped that day. So let's see. The next thing I have is Casa Fiesta. My husband had a big day that day, and we just needed to get out. So we went. Oh, I forgot to check these off. Hold on. There we go. Did I miss anything? Yes. There we go. I was checking them off here. I don't know why I'm checking it over here. All right. So Casa Fiesta, and that's a Mexican restaurant, and yeah, had a date night with my husband. And it was just one of those moments where we're like, we're busy this weekend. So much is going to happen. Let's just have a date night on Wednesday instead of Friday. Friday, we stayed home, $50.43 for Papa John's with our son. So if it's over $30, then we've eaten with them. If it's around that, then they ordered pizza. So went to Papa John's, and then on Saturday, which was my birthday, and I turned 50, which was okay. I had a good day because we went to Lexington. We live in Kentucky, went to Lexington, and they had Brickfest, I think it's called, and it's a Lego kind of con, and it was really, really cool, and had a lot of fun, and just did a lot of things. So, but while we were there, they had this little snack thing, so vending, and we bought some snacks. It was $10.60, a drink and some snacks, and I counted that as eating out, because essentially we were out, and we got something to eat. So that's why I took it out of eating out. And that is all I have for restaurants. So let's see how much that is. All right, so that was $135.52. Okay. And that was for eating out, which is an average weekend, $100 to $130, $140. That's pretty common for us on a weekend. The next thing I have is miscellaneous. So I have this Amazon $34.95, and we're going to check that off. And then I had parking at when we went to downtown in Lexington and saw this event. We had parking, so $6.36 for parking. And I think we're there 2.5 hours, which was really good. When they do these Lego cons, it's like from 9:30 to almost noon. And then at noon or 12:30, that's how long the ticket was good for. And then the next group of people would come in after noon to whatever. So, which I think is a great way to crowd control and still have a lot of people come and do all the activities and see all the things and stuffs, and I really like that. So that was pretty cool. So this total would be $41.31. And sorry about the nails, I have not repainted them. They did not last long, and I'm not good at painting my own nails. Okay, I just remembered what this $34.95, and the reason it didn't come to me right away, not that it would, even if I had bought it, my husband bought some things on Amazon, and that was a gift bag for my little Highland cow that he bought me, and a charging docking station. I was getting frustrated with him leaving all these devices from work around the house, so I was like, okay, get one of those stations, and that way in the evenings when you're done working, because sometimes he works from home. He doesn't have like his own desk space or office or anything like that, but he just sits in the living room or at the dining room and then works and stuff. I'm like, when you're done with all that, just set it over here in one place and it'll be fine. So that's what we did. And he got a little docking station as well. My gift bag is gorgeous with these amazing flowers, and I actually had him save that gift bag for my next gift, whether it's Christmas, birthday, it doesn't matter, anything. If he's getting me a gift, it can go in there unless it doesn't fit in there, and that'd be kind of cool too. So he ordered that. Moving on, gasoline was $59.58. And copay, which was a prescription of mine, I did spend on the first day of our vacation that medication, picked up medication before I went out of town, but I considered it our normal spending, and after anything after this point I counted as vacation. So if we stopped and got lunch and got gas and all that stuff to go out of town, to drive and come back, and what we spent for the week, that is counted separately, and I'll do a separate video on that. This is just what we normally would be doing when it's not vacation. So that is what I have for all our spending. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we are going to write down and calculate how much we spent. So grocery household, I do have $1,600 for the month and for the entire family. That's $468.50 that we know we spent out of that. Oops, one too many zeros. And for $6,850, which left a balance of $1,131.50 for the rest of the month. So I know there's 3 weeks left, and that approximately leaves us $377 a week. So it's a little more spending than I had hoped, but I did purchase extra, so hopefully I can not spend as much throughout the next few weeks, and it'll balance out. I like to have $350 to $400 a week for grocery and household. Restaurants, I know we spent $135.52, $600 divided by 135, or not divided by, subtract. Let me make sure I put the numbers in right. 600 minus 135.52, and we're looking at $464.48 for the month, divided by 3. So that's $154 a week. And I'm going to have to make some decisions because my father-in-law is coming this week. It's my husband's birthday this week. And so he's coming on Thursday, and we always do one meal out or we order one meal in. So I might budget that separately outside of this and use sinking fund gifts or Christmas thing or something else to pay for it. I haven't quite decided, or I'll go negative and see how we can adjust the budget as we go. These are the things you have to think of when activities are happening and you don't plan for them well. You got to figure out how you're going to pay for them. And every time he comes into town, I always make sure that we cover all that, because he's covered for us all our married life, and he's an amazing, and this is how we give and love and kind of take care of him and enjoy time with my father-in-law. So now we're moving on to miscellaneous. That was pretty good at $41.31. $300 for the month minus $41.31, and that gives us $258.69 divided by the 3 weeks. So it gives us about $86 a week going forward. These check marks mean I've already paid it. I've already made the payment to the credit card where it's sitting, and I'll show you the total and that in just a minute. $2.50 for gas, and this is gas that we normally would spend when we're in town. It might be gas that's a little bit over because we did travel. I know part of it I put on the vacation. So we'll see how close I came to making sure it stayed within these numbers. But I did have one payment or one gas transaction of $59.58. There we go. And that was $2.50 for the month minus $59.58. And I do have to pick up my father-in-law. And I did not plan well. Again, I don't know why I don't think of these things. Costs a little extra gas to get them. So I have $190. Let's see, divided by 3. $63 a week. I think we can make it. I think we can. We'll have to wait and see though. All right, copay, only have $4.16 there. And so $100 minus $4.16. This month there were 2 doctor's appointments. That'd be $50. So the rest of this is going to cover other prescriptions and doctor's appointments. So hopefully that's enough. If not, I can hopefully tap into some of this other. We'll see how the end of the month goes. You can look at these spending categories a couple ways. The budget amount and stick within the boundary that you've set for yourself, or you can total them all up for the month and then divide it by 4 weeks, which is, like I showed before, over $700 a week, and just subtract from that and not the individual category. So it just depends on how you can keep track of it in your mind. So it just depends, because we can't always pull out something that gives us accurate tracking if we don't actually put the transactions in all the time immediately, and you need to make a decision on the go. I recommend that you do have an app or something that you can do that with, so you can just kind of pull it out and go, oh, I only have this much in miscellaneous, or I only have this much in restaurants. Does this make sense to do now? But if you're looking at it as a total amount for, let's say, the $712 a week for 4 adults, which is another way to look at it, as you're buying things, you got to remember to subtract down and do a little mental math. Does this make sense? How much more groceries do I usually spend? How much do I have left? If you're down to, like, we're down to $400 in our spending total for this paycheck 2. And I will show you that in just a minute. That's how much we have left until Friday. Now, it sounds like I can definitely cover that, or definitely stay within underneath that, and I'll have a little to go balance forward into the next paycheck, or next paycheck period, or the week 3 and week 4. So that sounds pretty good right now. But since this is a weekly check-in and I'm way behind, I'm just checking in for week 1, and then in a few days I'll do week 2. And then we'll do the paycheck 1 closeout, paycheck 2 setup. So that's how the videos are going to go this week and what I'm doing. Now, I did not have anything unbudgeted, and thankfully all our travels were safe and good, and I'm really happy about that. So we are good to go there. Now that I have this is the weekly check-in. This is what we spent: $468.50 plus the $135.52 plus the $41.31 and plus the $59.58 and $416. So we spent $709, which is really close to what I had already planned per week if I totaled these and combined these categories together into like one category, and you can spend from it however you want within the categories you've set. I stayed within budget for the week, so that's really, really good, and I still have enough to balance forward going forward. Now that I know all that information, and that's all budgeting is your budget tells you information that you need to know to make the best possible decision with the best possible outcome. And that's the goal of understanding and stewarding money well, is to make sure that you are taking care of your family, your oxygen mask, you're taking care of this, and you're making decisions, and you're just kind of getting a feel for it by writing it out, and then you can put on the oxygen mask with all your other family members because you've taken care of where the money's going and making decisions ahead of time. So when temptation comes up, guess what? You can say no to things, you can say yes to things, and it's already taken right there in the beginning, an understanding of what information you need to make the best educated decision possible. So that's what I love about budgeting, is I'm educating myself. I'm telling myself, hey, this is what we're spending. And do I fail at the temptation part? Absolutely. Especially around birthdays and holidays and this time of year, I just want to buy all the things. I skipped Prime week here in October. I wish I hadn't, but I did. And I'm like, you know what? There'll be another sale and another Prime. And everything I was thinking about getting, I can wait until the next one because I don't have to have it today. And that's how I handled it. So hopefully that helps you. Next, so this is the weekly check-in. I am done with the weekly check-in now. I know how much I spent. I know I stayed within my boundaries. And now I'm going to go to my bills and I will show you what that looks like. And as you can see here, I have several bills listed here for October. So we had PHC, which is Pregnancy Help Center, which is a tithing to giving to help moms with not a lot of income to help with their pregnancy, ultrasounds, health, and maternity clothes or baby stuff, whatever they need. That's what that's for, is to help them. PHC is no, that's not the next thing I had. 1099, not 1099, 1059. Amazon Prime. That's not right. It's not Prime. Amazon Music. What was I thinking? Allows my husband to download music. He's had it forever, and he goes to a lot of rural places with no signals, so he uses that downloaded music of playlists and stuff to have music while he's driving down the road or down to where he works in these rural areas. He goes site to site, and so without cell signal, without anything, so it's kind of crazy. So music, Amazon Music, and then God's Outreach, which is our food bank locally here and where we live. Next thing I have is our Spectrum Internet only, $109.99, $95.39, and I got Hulu, Live, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. That's a total package there. And that's how much it costs right now. Then I have YouTube Premium for our YouTube watching. Both my sons and myself are on YouTube a lot and watch a lot of things on there, and this helps us not have all the commercials that you really have no control over what kind of commercial content you get. And so there are things that my sons just don't want to see, and they got tired of it after using the free version for so long. And it upset one of my sons so bad that he just exploded one day in church, and we had to go outside and have a talk. So I'm like, okay, we're getting the premium. You don't have to worry about the commercials. We don't have to worry about this talk. But it was a good talk, and I'm glad the experience made good changes in our life. So that was positive. HP Ink, that's for my printer. And $9.99 is Dash Pass. I still save $20 a month, even though I'm paying this in other fees if I had not had Dash Pass. And we still use it. We used it on vacation. We used it here at our home. So that worked out pretty well. Okay, so now that all those are taken care of and we have that written down, those are the bills that went on to the credit card. We're going to total this up, and I'll be right back. All right, so the bills that we had to pay, or I have to pay on the credit card, are $441.35. That is that. I'm checking in bills and spending for the weekly check-in. That's just how I check in every week, and then I pay it every week. So what we paid the credit card this week for our normal bills and spending is the total of all these numbers. So we're going to go $468.50 plus the $135.52 plus the $41.31 plus the $59.58 and $4.16 and the $441.35. That gives us a total of $1,150.42. I'm gonna double check. I'm pretty sure that's what I paid. Yes, my number matches what my pre-math was. I always have this on the back, my cheat sheet on the back. So if I have a question about a number, I can look back to that and say, that might be right. So yeah, that's what we spent in our bills and spending total for the first week. And that included the end of September going into October 10th. So that's why it was a little higher than normal, because I had a few extra days from the previous month on spending and then a little further out for bills. And yeah, it worked out. So we went ahead and made that payment and we are good to go. So that is my weekly check-in for both bills and spending. And I think we did pretty good. Get back to this. Yeah, so we are good with the weekly check-in. I've already started transactions for after we came back from vacation, and we're getting caught up on a lot of things that we need. And I will do a separate vacation spend and talk about our vacation another day. It'll probably be about a week or so from now to get that video up, because I have so many videos coming up at the same time. And so I need to get all that content taken care of. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.